comes and sees us. We're something new, something different that is steeped in tradition, something that everyone has an idea of the circus and their own idea about it. Everyone seems to hate clowns, but they see our show and they love it. As long as you can get them frothing at the mouth, they'll love it.
You're the one that wants me.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we bid you all hello. You'll only need the edge of your seat as we begin the show.
It's an all-inclusive grassroots circus troupe that includes everything from clowns and juggling to fire escape acts and freak show stunts. It's everything you'd see underneath a big top in a tiny club.
Miss Claire will walk up a ladder of machetes.
There are freak show elements, but it's also a rock and roll show, and it's also a comedy show. I mean, and you know, if anybody else has any other ideas, we'll put that in too. Go Dingo! It's your birthday! Go Dingo! Everybody to go Dismal!
A lot of it sometimes is like Mr. Wizard gone bad, and all of us have very overactive imaginations. And we'll sit around and a lot of people go, what if we, except we sit around and we go, why don't we? And then we'll go and do it.
I was looking for a project that I could spend a lot of time on, years on, that had enough shock value to get the attention of that Marilyn Manson audience, that the kids are really jaded and they want to see stuff that freaks them out. And the whole reason, my whole goal to find that is because I think that there's healthy and unhealthy ways of being rebellious. And, you know, I would say that if you're bike jousting or you're doing something else that's dangerous like that, I would say that's a totally different thing than, you know, shooting heroin or something like that. So that was my goal, is to offer some kind of a shocking entertainment that is promoting a healthy type of rebellion.
You get a lot of pent-up things, and it's nice to be able to act them out on stage, and you can build characters to release what you want to release.
I don't really exactly have an on-off switch as far as the character on stage, off stage kind of thing goes. Kind of creeps me out a little bit sometimes, but I've just kind of developed myself to be as the character.
I don't know her as anything but chlorine or caffeine, you know, and that's Doc and that's Claire, and I'm Bobby, and that's who we are. That's what we do. You know, we're just doing it on stage with a bit of exaggeration and a bit of flair.
I spent a lot of years of my life doing squatting and getting into buildings, and I could always wriggle into tiny spaces and clamber up things, and people were like, you should try escaping from things. And so we tried that. I'd get tied to a chair and I'd try to get out. That's the upside down straitjacket escape. It's kind of a classic routine. It took a bit of practice, just the straitjacket in general, and doing it just on the floor, and then we started doing it in the yard. I feel like my head's gonna pop like a grape. When I'm up there, all the time that's going through my head is I want to get up as quick as possible to the maximum height. I don't care if I'm gonna get hoisted 40 feet in the air, I just wanna be up there as fast as possible because the escape is like the final stretch. 3, 2, 1!
It's really beautiful that you get to see all these different different things that would be considered a lost art, except they just get passed from one person to the next for all these different generations. It's really wild.
The outlandish behavior, a lot of times it seemed like being a clown and being in a circus was kind of a license to act as insane as possible and not be locked up. Because you had a reason, you could act out every fantasy you ever had in front of a crowd of people. And
It's just a joke.
It's like a bad car wreck. You just can't help but watch.
Was this your card?
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
Andy Kaufman put on some of the most outrageous stunts and like wrestle women on stage, which was the sexual fetish of his. But he got away with it because it was comedy and he did it on stage. It was performance and everybody still laughs about it to this day. So, you know, who knows? They might be making a movie out of us after we die.